Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you guys? How was the weekend? Is Harita joined? Last class, somebody asked one doubt. Anyone can able to recollect? A plus. Guys, who asked the doubt? A plus B plus C is equal to 51. B square minus C square minus B square is equal to something. Anyone able to recollect that doubt? Students, A plus B plus C is equal to 51. 44A plus 44 is equal to C square minus B square. Who asked actually this doubt? Guys, please. Harita and somebody. Guys, anyone is there? No? No reply. Able to hear, guys, what I'm asking? Akshita, Amrita, Arman, Atharva.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Who asked the doubt?
Harita, sir.
No, one more boy also said like, sir, same doubt I'm having.
Sir, even had that doubt.
You got the answer from anywhere?
So no, sir, I didn't get any answer.
Is the question is correct? Where you got this question?
So there's a class group, sir. In that, one boy had posted this question. Like, I didn't get the answer, so I had asked. Sir. Even Harita did not get answer.
There is a rule in polynomials. To solve any polynomials, you keep it in mind. This is very important. Because the probabilities of the question, I will say. In this question, you missed some data. You missed some data. Or the question is not clear. For your level. Why I am saying the question is not clear for your level? In polynomials, we are having a rule. To find the solutions of the variables, we are having a standard conditions. Anyone can able to remember the condition for to solve the equations? Number of variables will be equal to number of equations. Suppose if I am having two variables, to solve the two variables, compulsory you require two equations. If I am having three variables, if I need compulsory three equations. If I am having a single variable, I need one equation is enough to solve. Here, it is violating the basic principle of polynomial. There are three variables here. Two equations are here. So this question can't be solved. You can't solve the ABC values. You can give the relations between ABC. You can't solve the ABC value. You might give it the relation between the ABC. That's it. You can't solve the. It is not possible. No solution case because it is inconsistent. Doesn't have. You are having. You can't solve this one with these given conditions. So might be you are missing something, missing one more condition, or the question itself is wrong, or somewhere you are missing the extension of this question. Got it, sir? What I'm saying? Even this question comes also, you should not say it is wrong. You have to say the number of variables is 3, number of expressions or number of given conditions are 2. So it can't be solved. Is it clear, guys? What I'm saying? It is not possible to find the solutions of ABC. Is it clear, guys? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So this is only the as of now answer for your level. Might be you can give the relation between ABC here. You can give some more relations between A and B. You can give relation between B and C. You can give relation. Between A and C, you can give the relation, but you can't give the solutions of ABC. You can't give the set of solutions of ABC here. Is it clear? So check with that or reply their group. Is the question is clear, and view this condition and ask him the question again. Like I don't know who posted, but I'm saying you just tell them the number of variables is 3, number of equations are 2. So if number of equations are less than the number of variables, it can't be solved. You can't calculate the, so it is not possible to find the solutions of ABC. Clear? Guys, anyone having any doubt from the quadratic equation before going to the next topic? Janavi, Pooja, how you done the exams? Arman, Amrita, have you done the exams? Some exam is going on now. Sanyu, what are the topics you done in exam, man? Sanyu, what are the topics? What are the chapters for examination? Guys, who wrote the exams?
I wrote, sir.
Arman, what?
For us, they kept quadratic equations and trigonometry, sir.
Okay. They're not going following the textbook. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Because they think they might delete some chapters or something like that, sir.
But it is not a came officially, man.
Yes, sir. But they are like, we have to be like taking precautions and like, so they just wanted to go like in a haphazard manner. So that's why, sir.
Real numbers and polynomials. Sanyu, which school, man? Sanyu? DAV or what? Real numbers and polynomials happen. How you done, guys, overall?
Good,
Done
sir.
well, sir.
Yeah. Vaishnavi, good.
Yes, sir. Did well, sir. It was easy.
Any mistakes you done? Can we discuss the mistakes from both the examinations? Different. One is from quadratic equations and trigonometry. Few people are polynomials and real numbers. You
So
find
for us, real numbers, polynomials, pair of linear equations in two variables, and statistics, and a part of triangles, sir. Just to
topic of the triangles. Okay. So how you done the exam? Any mistakes you done, or without mistakes you completed the whole question paper? Guys, Vaishnavi, can you? What is your feedback on your examination?
Yes, sir, I did well, sir. I didn't get, as for me, I didn't get anything, but we have to wait for results.
The result came only, then you know whether you done any mistakes or not. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Any others? What about your feedback on the question paper? How you the way how you answered the question? Guys, please share your response. It will be useful because if you know your mistakes, it will be easy to understand. So what should not like how to like prepare for the next examination.
Sir, we had to practice a lot from outside, sir. Like other than the textbook, we had to practice a lot for the paper.
Okay, I thought that question is not clear. I already explained whatever the question you asked in last class.
Okay, sir.
The number of variables, number of equations are not matching. Number of variables are 3, number of equations are 2. So it is not possible to find the solutions of the equations. How many variables are there? That many of equations you have to keep. Then only you can able to calculate you can able to solve the polynomial.
Okay, sir. So is it no solution case or the question is wrong, sir?
No solution case. No solution case is a particular case. You can say it is not possible to solve.
Okay,
Generally,
sir.
they won't ask this question. So, like you can say, there are some possible cases. No solution can't be solved. Can't be solved. Where you can give the relation between ABC here, between A and B, or between B and C, or between A and C. Like that, you can give the relation. Or not possible to solve because number of equations are 2, number of variables are 3. So it is not possible. When you can solve a polynomial, how many number of variables you are having, that many of conditions you should have. Even if you see quadratic equation is one variable, that's the reason one equation is enough to solve. But when it comes to pair of linear equation, there are two variables. That's the reason they are giving always two equations. When it comes to three variables, they will give three equations. Then only you can able to solve.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just post it. Might be some part of the question they missed, or one more condition might be missing from the question. These are the possibilities. With the two questions and asking with the two variables and single equation, three variables and two equations, that is actually not part of your level. They
Okay,
won't.
sir.
So discussing the answer is not part of your level. You can say for your level, you can say there is no solution case also, you can't say. No solution case, it is parallel lines. If the curves are not meeting, there is a no solution case. Got it what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Here it is not possible to solve. Not possible. It is not possible to solve because you are not explaining properly. Simply, I'm not giving proper condition to solve the situation. I can say like that.
Okay, sir.
So anyone having any doubts before starting the arithmetic progression? Anyone having any doubts, guys, please? Anyone having any doubts before starting this arithmetic progression? Anyone having any doubts from your examination or any other topic? Anyone?
No doubt, sir.
Yeah. So straight away I'm moving to the progressions. What is meant by progression, man? General meaning of progression. Later I will discuss with arithmetic progression. First we will start with progressions. What is your progress card? What it
Report card or increment.
It will show your marks of all exams. What is the progress of one test to another
Development.
test? Yeah, the development might be increase or decrease or no change. Am I right or wrong, guys?
Yes,
So
sir.
it is progressing. So what are the general examples of some set of values are progressing? Best example, a person's salary. After his education, he joined his job, he is getting a salary of 10K. Is the 10K is each and every year he will get if he is doing continuously job? Next year he will get 12K. Next year he might get 13K or 14K, or next year he might get some 17K. So between these increments, this is called increments per month. After 12 months, he is getting every month 12K. Here he is getting 2000. Here he is getting 2000 increment. Here he is getting 3000 increments. Usually HR people will use some formula how much increment he can give. There is a progression in his salaries. And some progressions we can give this set of sequence numbers, these sequences. These are these numbers are writing like a 10, 12, 14, 17 and so on. So next number also you can predict based on this relation between these two values. Then this is called progressions. If you are able to predict the next two upcoming values, what are the all upcoming values, then this kind of series is called progressions. Got it what I'm saying? Suppose if I'm writing cube of all the natural numbers, 1 square, 2 square, square of all the natural numbers, 3 square, 4 square, and so on. This is also comes under progression. What is the progression? The numbers, the square of the numbers is increasing by 1 by 1. 1 square, 1 plus 1 whole square, again 2 plus 1 whole square, again 3 plus 1 whole square. So you're adding adding 1 to each and every number. I can say this is n plus 1 whole square. The whole expression, the total progression can be written in the single format where n is from 0 to infinity. Guys, if I am substituting 0, I will get 1 square. If I am substituting 1, I will get 2 square. If I am substituting 2, I will get 3 square. If I am substituting 4, I will get 3, I will get 4 square. 4, I will get 5 square, and so on. So using this is a condition for this progression. Guys, understood what is meant by progression exactly?
Yes, sir.
We can say some patterns, some certain patterns with some condition. Suppose if I'm keeping the some logs like this, sticks, what kind of progression here? What is happening to one row to another row? Guys, what is happening to one row to another row? What is the bottom number of spheres? All these spheres, small kind of spheres if I'm having. If I'm arranging like this, what is happening here? First row is how much? 6. Second row is?
Sir, are you
Sir, are you
Sir,
sharing
are you
your screen?
screen sharing?
Sorry guys, please. Very sorry. Yes. The first row is 6. What is the second row? 5. Next row is 4. Next row is 3. Next row is 2. Next row is 1. This is one kind of progression. Each and every row is decreased by one number and I'm arranging the things. Is it clear guys what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
can you repeat once more?
See, bottom row I'm keeping 6 marbles. And above I'm keeping 5 marbles. And above I'm keeping 4 marbles. Above I'm keeping 3 marbles. Above I'm keeping 2 marbles. So I can say each and every row is decreasing by 1 marble.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm giving one more sequence. That means one more patterns. How we can discuss this pattern? How you can predict the all upcoming numbers? Can you? Guys?
So 300, 350, 400, 450.
So how we can say? It is starting with 100 and it is increasing by 50 for each and every number, correct? Each and every successive number increasing by 50. Suppose next after 100 I'm getting 150. To get the next value I'm getting 200. That I have to add 50 to each its preceding number. Its preceding value you have to add to get the succeeding value, correct? After 150 you have to add 50, then you will get next one. What are the next one you are getting? If you add 50 you will get the other one. So this pattern shows each and every object is increasing by 50 and 50. Here we won't call object. These objects are called terms. First term, second term, third term, fourth term. So each and every term is having some particular relation here to preceding relation and successive relation. Now, we are having different kind of progressions like this. Suppose if I am saying my progression is n plus 1, or if I am saying my progression is n square plus 1. If it is n plus 1 means like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. If it is n square plus 1 means 1, 2, 5. Suppose if I am keeping n is equal to 3, 10, n is equal to 4, 17, n is equal to 5, 26, n is equal to 6, 37 and so on. See, the relation between them is n square plus 1. If I want to get the first term, substitute n is equal to 1. If I want to get the second term, substitute n is equal to 2. If I want to get the third term, substitute n is equal to 3. Got it what I'm saying, guys? This is also one kind of series, or this is also one kind of progression. This progression is following this condition. We are having different kind of standard mathematical progressions. Within +2, we are going to discuss 3 progressions. One is arithmetic progression, which we are going to discuss in grade 10. In +1, we are going to discuss AP, GP, and HP. AP means arithmetic progression. GP sense geometric progression. Harmonic progression. We don't have GP for our level, HP our level. We are going to discuss only one particular condition of the progression, that is called arithmetic progression. When a sequence or when a series of the numbers called, these are the numbers in the arithmetic progressions. Suppose I'm having a number like this. What is the relation between each and every terms? Your term 1 is called 1, term 2 is 2, term 3 is 3, term 4 is 4. What is the relation? What is the relation? Guys, what is the relation? Each and every number is increasing by
n+1.
same number. Each and every number is increasing by 1. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. If I am taking subtraction of any 2 consecutive numbers, it is always fixed. Correct? The subtraction of 2 consecutive numbers always fixed. Am I right? You take any 2 consecutive numbers. What is the subtraction of these 2 numbers? +1. Subtraction of these 2 numbers, final minus this number +1. This number also +1. I'm going to give one more series. 100, 70, 40, 10, -20. What is the difference between first 2 terms? These elements are called terms. Each and every element of this sequence or series is called terms. So what is the difference between them? -30. What is the difference between them? -30. What is the difference between them? -30. And what is the difference between them? -30. If any series following the same conditions, what is this condition? The consecutive numbers difference is fixed. You take any 2 consecutive numbers, the difference is fixed. This case, we are calling these numbers are in arithmetic progression. In this case, we are calling these numbers are in AP. In shortcut, generally we are calling them as AP or arithmetic progression. Anyone can able to tell in your own words when you can say the set of numbers are in arithmetic progression? When you can say a sequence or a series is in arithmetic progression? Harita, can you? Durlav? Or you can add a fixed number to each and every number, you will get the next number. Suppose if I am adding 1, I will get next one. If I am adding 1 for the 2, I will get the next one. If I am adding 1 for 3, I will get the next number. Same way, can you explain in any other way? Guys, what is arithmetic progression? How you can discuss arithmetic progression? When I can say these terms are in arithmetic progression?
Sir, can I say?
Yeah.
They are a series of numbers that increase by same amount of each time.
So increase by same number, then we can say?
Yes, sir.
How much you are increasing? You are saying something is increasing. Same number I am increasing. That might be negative or positive. Negative increasing means decreasing. Positive increasing means it is increasing. In first series, you are increasing by 1. Second series, you are increasing by -30. This fixed number is called common difference. Common difference. I'm just writing with the definition of the arithmetic progression. The definition is important here. Rest of the things is simple. From the definition of the arithmetic progression, an arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number, by adding a fixed number to the preceding number. To get the succeeding number, you will get preceding number. Preceding term, except the first term. Except the first term. Then the numbers are in arithmetic progression. This fixed term is called common difference, because the difference is common for any two successive numbers. It can be positive, or it can be negative, or it can be zero also. It might be positive, or if it is positive means increasing progression, negative means decreasing progression, zero means no change, the progression, constant progression. Any other ways can explain in your own statements, guys? Anyone having your own statements? Anyone, please? Guys, please. Guys, anyone, please give any other definition to explain this condition. I can say like this. Students, please use your English skills to explain this one. A sequence of numbers that's the reason I'm calling it a series or a sequence. A sequence of numbers such that, what is the condition? The difference between the consecutive terms, is constant. The constant difference is called common difference. The constant difference is called common difference. It is common to any two consecutive numbers. Am I right or wrong, guys? Even this also can be possible to explain arithmetic progression. Guys, please. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Any other way to explain the arithmetic progression? Any other way to explain the arithmetic progression? Guys, please. You will get multiple answers to explain this one, because these conditions will be useful in so many questions. See, what he's saying is, suppose if I'm saying A, B, C, D, and so on are in AP, take two consecutive numbers and it should be having common difference. My B minus A should be X, my C minus B should be X, my D minus C should be X. If I'm taking these two conditions, B minus A is equal to C minus B. No, B minus A is equal to C minus B. So I can write like this: 2B is equal to A plus C. That is, B is equal to A plus C by 2. If I am taking any three consecutive numbers, first one, second one, third one, or first one, middle one, and last one, the middle term is equal to average of first and last, then these three numbers are in arithmetic progression. Even this also right answer. Is it clear, guys? What I'm trying to say as another way of explaining the arithmetic progression, when I can say the set of numbers are in arithmetic progression, take any three numbers, three consecutive numbers in the series. The sum of the first and last should be equal to twice of the middle one. Then I can say that series is any three set numbers. Then I can say that numbers are in arithmetic progression. Is it clear? Any confusion with this? Guys, is it clear what I'm saying?
Sir, can you please explain it again?
If I'm taking any three numbers, in a series, three consecutive numbers in a series. So if I'm saying three consecutive numbers in a series means what? If three consecutive terms in a series, the middle term must be equal to average of first and last term, or twice of the middle term is equal to sum of the first term and last term. Then I can say these numbers are in arithmetic progression. Then we can say these three numbers are in AP. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Guys, so I can write like this to explain the AP. If ABC are said to be in AP, that is arithmetic progression, B is equal to A plus C by 2, or 2B is equal to A plus C. Is it clear what I'm saying? Guys, is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Also one more way of explaining the arithmetic progression definition. So you can use anything. Suppose if I am giving one sequence, how we can say arithmetic progression or not? Suppose if I am giving some random numbers 2, 8, 16, 20, and how I can say check whether it is in AP or not. What you will do according to previous discussion? Check whether these numbers are AP or not. How you will do? Guys, what is the condition for AP? You can use any of three definitions. Take two consecutive numbers and check the difference between. This difference is 6, this difference is 8, and this difference is 4. So the difference is not constant. And the common difference is not constant. There is no common difference. Each and every set of sequence numbers is having its own difference. So this series is not in AP. How you can say not in AP? Take 8 minus 2, it is coming 6. Take 16 minus 8, it is coming 8. So 6 and 8 are two different differences. So the given series is not in AP. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
One second, guys, please. Yeah, I'm going to open the textbook. We can say some straight questions. Guys, hold on a second. I'm getting a call from school. You can't avoid. Sorry guys, yeah, see this is only the definition. The whole topic we can go with the definition and basic mathematical skills we can do. The first exercise is dealing completely with whether the given progression is arithmetic progression or not. That's it. Whether the given situation is arithmetic progression or not. So first, are you clear with what is arithmetic progression? When I can say the set of sequence of numbers are arithmetic progression or not, guys? Is it clear what is meant by arithmetic progression exactly? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we are going to deal the situations first. They gave some situation. Is this situation is giving arithmetic progression or not? In which of the following situation does the list of numbers involving make an arithmetic progression and why? So he's asking the situations represents arithmetic progression and why. So the taxi fare after each, just go through the question, guys. Yeah. The taxi fare after each kilometer when fare is 15 rupees for the first kilometer and 8 for each additional kilometer. How I can represent this one? The taxi fare after each kilometer when the fare is 15 rupees for first kilometer. If you travel 10 kilometers, for first kilometer 15 rupees plus remaining 9 kilometer 9 into 8. If I am traveling 11 kilometers, first kilometer 15 kilometer 15 rupees plus 10 into 8 rupees. Suppose if I am traveling 1 kilometer, my fare is 15 rupees. If I am traveling 2 kilometer, my fare is 15 plus 8. If I am traveling 3 kilometer, my fare is 15 plus 2 into 8. So I am getting 15. If I am traveling 2 kilometers, I will get 23. If I am traveling with 3 kilometers, how much I will get? I will get 31. For 4 kilometers, I will get 39 because it is 15 plus 3 into 8. 24 plus 59, it is 39. So is this represents arithmetic progression or not? Each and everything is increased by exactly 8, correct? My common difference is 8 or not?
Yes, sir.
Even if I am traveling 100 kilometer, 101 kilometer and 102 kilometer, the cost will be 15 plus 99, 8. 99 into 8. 15 plus 100 into 8. 15 plus 101 into 8. See, each and every number increasing exactly by 8 rupees. So the situation is 8 rupees. Suppose if I am listing out for 4 or 5 kilometers, the first term, the first fare is starting with 15 rupees and each and every additional kilometer exactly 8 rupees increasing. That's the reason the situation can be represented in the form of AP. This is not in AP. Who will explain why it is not in AP? The second question is not in AP. Can you explain why? Anyone can explain why the second question is not in AP? Who is going to explain? Vaishnavi, can you try? What is the question? Can you explain? Why the second question is not in AP? Can you explain? Can you explain why the second question is not in AP? Anyone, guys? I'm just calling whatever the name I am able to recollect immediately. Arman, Akshita, I am giving the answer, but how you can decide whether it is in AP or not? Guys, please explain the question in general point of view. Anyone can explain the question what it is? Arman, guys, please respond. Pooja, Harita, Adharva, please. Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain what is the question? The amount of air present in a cylinder when vacuum pump removes 1/4 of its remaining. Why it is not in AP? I am giving the answer. My source said it is not in AP, but how I can say? It is removing 1/4 of remaining. Suppose if I am having 1000 liters in the beginning, for first pumping, it will remove 1000 minus 1000 by 4. So how much it is? You will get 1750. And again, second time, if I am pumping to remove the air from it, 750 minus 750 by 4. What is saying? 1/4 of its previous. So what I will get here? 1/4 of previous I have to remove from the tank. It is 1/4 of previous means how much here? 1/4 of previous means how much here? It is, next I am getting 1000. First it is 1000. For first pumping, it is 750. And second pumping, it is 562.5. If I am pumping one more time, 562 minus 1/4 of 562.5, because it is removing 1/4 of its previous volume. Guys, are you clear, or am I confusing too much? I am getting 421.875. Suppose if I am taking the difference, I am getting the difference is 250 here. If I am taking the difference for after second pumping, I am getting 750 minus 562.5. It is coming 187.5, where my common difference is not same. Each and every time it is removing less volume. Next time it is removing lesser than this, which is equal to how much? 562.5 minus 421.875. It is removing only 140.625 liters of the air. So the common difference, so it is removing 1/4 of its remaining. It's not from beginning. First it will remove 1/4 of 1000. Second it will remove 1/4 of 750. Third it will remove 1/4 of 562. Your 1/4 of the value is not fixed for each and every section. That's the reason this situation is not in AP. Guys, understood how I explained this is not in AP? Not in arithmetic progression. Is it clear how it is not in arithmetic progression? Anyone having any doubt in the second question? Durlav, Raghav, please.
No doubt, sir.
So how I can say the third question is in AP? How I can say the third question is in AP? Who is going to explain the third question? Arman or anyone? Harita, Vaishnavi?
So we have to take the cost of digging a well as for one first meter is equal to rupees 150.
1 meter is 150.
And for the 2 meters, we have to take 150 plus 150, so 200 rupees.
200. For 3 meter?
So 3 meters, we have to add 200 plus 50 for 250 rupees. And 4 meters, we have 250 plus 50 is equal to 300 rupees.
300 rupees. So 150 for 1 meter, 200 for 2 meter, 250 for 3 meter, 300 for 4 meter, and next one is 350, because you are increasing 1 meter, exactly it will increase by 50, 50, 50, 50. So the common, it is starting with 150 rupees minimum charge, and it will increase for each and every meter by 50 rupees. So the common difference is 50 between each successive terms. So it is in AP, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fourth one. Who is going to explain this fourth one? By seeing the question, can you say whether it is in AP or not? Can you say whether it is in AP or not?
No, sir.
No. Why?
Sir, because 8% isn't fixed.
Correct. 8% is fixed, but your capital amount at the end of the year is not fixed because it is compound interest. The definition of the compound interest is interest will added to principal amount. Correct. So first year, if it is principal amount is 10,000 rupees, 10,000 plus 8% of principal amount. This is your principal amount for next year. So your interest rate, your interest between each and every year is not fixed here. First year, in the beginning of the year, it is 10,000, and you will get 10,800 for the next year. Your interest is for first at the end of the first year, your interest is 800. At end of the second year, your interest is not 800; it is more than 800. At the end of the second year is 10,800 plus 8% of 10,800. So this number is keep on changing. So calculate one more and it is enough to explain. So 10% of 8% of 10,800 is how much? What is the 8% of 10,800? So you will get 11,664. Here the difference is 800. Here the difference is how much? 864. Your common difference is not fixed here. Compound interest means where your interest is added to the principal amount. So the next year your principal amount is changing and your interest is also changing. The difference between first year interest and second year interest is different. So this situation is not in AP. Generally, in case of simple interest, interest will not accumulate the interest. But in case of compound interest, the interest will gain the interest. That's the reason compound interest generally is not in AP. Suppose if I'm taking 4 years, the 4 years, the maturity amounts are not in the arithmetic progression. Why means for the next year, you are adding the interest gained on the principal amount into the principal. First year, your principal amount is 10,000. For the second year, the principal amount is 10,800. So you are going to calculate 8% of the 10,800. But in case of simple interest, you are calculating only for 10,000 for each and every year. You are not including your interest. That's the reason the fourth situation is not in arithmetic progression. Is it clear, guys, how to decide whether it is an arithmetic progression or not? If you are giving the numbers, it is very simple. Just take the difference between two consecutive numbers, 3 sets or 4 sets, and check if it is failed. If all the differences must be same, then I can say this is in arithmetic progression. If not, this is not in arithmetic progression. Am I right? Guys, am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. You're right.
Yeah. So we will with numbers also. We will do with numbers. Let's see, is there anything is there? Yeah. Who is going to explain this fourth question? It is very simple. Who is going to explain with the fourth question, which is in AP, which is not in AP? It is very simple. If the numbers are given, if I'm taking the first series, 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. 4 minus 2 is 2, 8 minus 4 is 4, 16 minus 8 is 8. So I can say not in AP. It is not maintaining common difference. This difference is 2, this difference is 4, this difference is 8. The common difference is not fixed here. Common difference is not constant. Common difference is not constant. So I can say not in AP. Am I right or wrong, guys? Guys, understood how I am doing? What is another way of explaining the AP or not? Suppose if I am taking 2, 4, 8. 2 into 4 is equal to 2 plus 8. This is 8, this is 10. So not in AP. the square, the 2 times of the middle number should be equal to sum of the first and last, or 4 should be equal to 8 plus 2 by 2, average of the first and last. This is 5 is coming, 4 is not equal to 5. So this is also one more way of explaining whether it is in AP or not. But as of now, take the difference of the two successive numbers. What about the second one? What about the second one? How we can say second one is AP or not? Guys, second question is in AP or not? Is my second question is in AP or not? Guys, I'm asking you people only, please. Is second question is in AP or not? Is there everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the first difference? 5 by 2 minus 2. How much?
Sir, 1 by 2.
Sir, 1 by 2.
3 minus 5 by 2.
Sir, 1 by 2.
7 by 2 minus 3.
Sir, again 1 by 2.
So I can say this difference is 1 by 2. This difference is also 1 by 2. And this difference is also 1 by 2. So common difference is same. Common difference is same. Fixed. It's a common difference. It is increasing exactly by half. It is changing exactly by half. Instead of saying increasing or decreasing, it is changing exactly by half. So you can say the series is in AP. So the same way, what is the third one? Third question is in AP or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the third question is in AP. What is the common difference in third question? I'm doing only up to here, guys. Tomorrow class we will do the write the 3 more terms. I will do in tomorrow class. This is in AP. This is also in AP. What is the common difference here? The common difference is minus 2. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
What about this fourth question? Is in AP or not? And the common difference is plus 4. See, add plus 4 for each and every number. What you are getting? Minus 10 plus 4 is how much? Minus 6. Minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 4 is plus 2. Next number 6. Next number 10. Next number is 14. Like that. So this is how we can discuss the arithmetic progression numericals. Tomorrow also we just revise the basics of the arithmetic progression. We will jump to the first exercise again. What are the problems we already solved? We will skip and we will do the next of the numericals. Yeah. Anyone having any doubts? Shall I wind up the session? Guys, shall I wind up the session? Students, shall I close the session?
Yes, sir.
No
We
doubt,
have
sir.
understood, sir.
We'll meet in the next class. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.